A bad thing happened in the NFL yesterday. I don't care what anybody says. And we've talked about Deshaun Watson, and it's been a disaster in Cleveland. We've talked about that he should been cut or benched or whatever they want to do. If they just want to, pay him and not play him because he's played horribly since he came to Cleveland for the most part and become their starting quarterback. But they paid him a fully guaranteed contract. The ownership and management there isn't about getting it right. It's about being right. And they're trying to prove to people that they got it right because they signed him, and everybody thought, wow, with that defense and that running game, all they needed to do is get a quarterback, add some water, stir, and they're going to the Super Bowl. That was what they did, and so they went out on a limb, and it wound up costing them. So he gets hurt yesterday. Rob, what is it, ACL? What did he tear?
Achilles. Tore his Achilles, which is horrible. So he's going to be out for the year. And they get to save face because now he's injured and he's not going to play anyway, and you go forward here. But the fans in Cleveland, what they did was despicable. And I don't care what anybody says. Some people don't have an issue with it. If fans pay their money, they get the – when somebody is hurt, why would you cheer someone being hurt? I get you don't want them in there. You don't want them to be your quarterback. Please make a change, and the ownership and the management and the coach wouldn't make a change, and the frustration of fans. But the idea that you would cheer someone's demise and someone injuring themselves, that I don't respect. Well, I think what we witnessed was something I think we haven't addressed. And I go back to when Mike Vick had his issues with the dogs and being a part of that I don't know, syndicate, if you will. They were training, killing dogs, fighting dogs, all of that. And everybody was upset. Remember, if you draft him or if you get for hitting him on this team, I will never pay my money again. I'll never come to a game. And you have fans expressing that all over the place. And teams were scared of him. He was toxic. They wouldn't not draft him. They wouldn't sign Michael Vick. I think what we didn't account for is this, that Deshaun Watson, we kind of just talked about the actual ownership signing him or the general manager signing him. We haven't accounted for fans who maybe say, hey, I don't want this dude on my team. Now, fans are fickle. Winning cures all. If he was running around here 5-1, 4-2, they might feel differently. But I think they already didn't like the signing, guaranteed money on a guy that had multiple accusations against him, and you gave him a guaranteed contract, and now let's just call it what it really is. He sucks.
Yeah, but
so I'm not arguing, but I think what we witnessed was we kind of forgot about the fans. We talked about he's not playing well, and they shouldn't have given him all this money. They should have considered not signing him because of all the allegations and legal things. We kind of forgot about how the fans might feel in all this.
I hear that, but he's injured. He's down. This has nothing to do with playing. Okay, like that that's different. I hear you. They could have booed him to the cat when he's upright and he's throwing a pick or he's fumbling the ball or making an incomplete pass. Boo the hell out of him. But when a man is down on a football, and it's such a brutal sport, and you know how things go and how people can get hurt on any play, their careers could be over. It's a lot of stuff. To be that insensitive about somebody's health, I'll never, ever understand it.
Let's set it up. Yeah, so here's a couple of his teammates talking about it.
I am very upset with the reaction to a man that has had the world against him for the past 4 years, and he put his body and life on the line for this city. I know you love this game. But when I first got here, I knew these were some amazing fans, but Deshaun was treated badly, and now he has to overcome another obstacle.
See, that's the problem. He is going to have to overcome this obstacle. But bro put himself in a position with all the other drama.
Doesn't deserve to be cheered.
But what I'm saying, I'm talking about two different things.
It would be like a same thing. People going, somebody's at the top of a building about them, people yelling jump. Like seriously. That is there's no way that you should act like that when somebody's hurt. You don't know what it is. You don't know what really has happened to the guy. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know he's down. A man is down.
You're right, but also people think highly of fans. Fans, these are the same fans who pick and choose when they want to have morale. You can
you can do anything you want, except if you're Colin Kaepernick, stand up for injustice. Now they never want him on their team again. Or you can be this guy who actually, Dante Stallworth, and it was a terrible situation, but drunk killed somebody, but he can play. Or this person, domestic violence and throwing his girl on guns, but hey, he's good on Sundays. I don't care because we're winning with that guy. You think much more highly of fans than I do. These are the same fans when I go to games.
No,
they're fighting in the stands. They're booing. They're cussing players out. We just talked about them throwing stuff at the Padres, Dodgers. I just don't think that highly of fans.
I just don't think. And
I think you're right from a morale standpoint. I just don't think that highly.
I just think it's about human beings. It ain't even about no football game. I'm sorry, and all that other stuff you're talking about is bad behavior. I get that, but decency when someone's down. That's all I'm talking about. I'll never accept that. I don't care how much you hate the guy. I don't care how much you despise him. I don't care what. Like when someone's down and hurt, there's no way that should be acceptable. What world are we living in? How many times have we seen opponents do something, for against your team or whatever, and fans will still find it in their heart to give the guy a cheer when he gets up?
I'll give you an example. To your point, I'm going to give you one.
Okay,
there
are fans who understand
but I'm going to tell you why. Damar Hamlin goes down, and the entire world is all in. Everybody's stopping. Everybody's watching. Everybody's praying. You got players that are crying. Everybody's in. Because Damar Hamlin, to no offense, was kind of a nameless player. We didn't really know him. It was just a man down there playing hard and got hurt. Deshaun Watson has all the issues, the names, the allegations, the jokes, the memes, and like I said, for his team for the last year or so has been terrible. That's what you're going to get. I'm agreeing it shouldn't be. Human decency says somebody's down there at the lowest in life.
I'm about human decency, and it ain't. You don't have to. He's not. Once he's down on that field, he's not a player. He's not playing. He's a human being who's been injured. And at the very least, I've been doing this for 40 years. I've covered 1 million games, and I've seen crowds on the road when they get somebody up off the floor or
everybody
the field.
Cheers and they clap.
They cheer and they clap.
But do they have the allegations he does?
Yeah, but they shouldn't matter.
But I'm just saying it does. I'm with you, but I'm saying you're for 75,000 people.
That's what they're thinking about at that moment. Like, because they could boom every time they touch the ball if it bothered them that much, okay? Because we've seen that in a basketball game, right? When Kobe Bryant was going through his thing, they were booing or some other player or whatever, right? They booed every time they touched the ball if there was some player that they had a problem with. So if they were doing that all year long, maybe I would buy into it. That's not the reaction that they had been given this
because
guy.
You know what they were giving him. You finally got what you deserved. And I'm not saying I'm with you. Human decency should be something we all strive for, want to see. That ain't the case. That ain't the case in sports. That ain't the case in politics. As you see, if we get 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks from an election, human decency, unfortunately, is out the window. And as a parent, I'm trying to keep this thing alive. But my goodness, you start to get more and more concerned about this. So I'm with you as the heart of Kelvin, the person that I am. I understand. But also have been living long enough to know fans ain't like that. And you got them sauced up, they're drunk, and you've been performing well, and you had those allegations. That was what was going to happen. And for Jameis Winston, who's supporting him as he should. That's his guy. That's his teammate trying to get past the allegations, get past things. You know for a fact people ain't viewing it how Jameis Winston views it. 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox.
All right.